My, oh my, look at all those cool cats and kittens. That man in the tie-dye sitting back and enjoying the Pardookie is particularly striking. But don't get too comfortable. Every hang eventually has to come to an end, and hopefully you can be the last woman moving and grooving at the end of it all. Ah, mercy, or in this case, don't.
Someone's been busy, hasn't she?
I'd like to think I understood the assignment.
That you have. And it's still the tip of the iceberg. Have a fantastic opportunity for you.
I'm listening.
How would you like to try your hand at one of the most unique experiences in WWE? A position where you'll be able to set the agenda, take control of the whole of the WWE universe, and truly make a mark.
And this magical mystery opportunity will let me do all that?
Indeed, in the prestigious role of WWE Raw General Manager.
Isn't that you? What, are you going on vacation or something?
Well, now that you mention it, I may have plans.
Aha!
But this is fertile ground for you too. Stepping into a WWE authority role, applying your talents to the other side of sports entertainment. Sure, booking may be a balancing act sometimes, but you already know that from your work as co-owner of TBD.
I'm not convinced that this offer isn't just because you want a vacation. But nonetheless, I'll do it.
Splendid! I can't wait to catch my flight. See you in action.
So when do I start?
Well, I should start heading to the airport. So, how's now?
Seriously?
Don't worry, Raw practically GMs itself. Sure, Bianca needs a challenger for Survivor Series. Bayley and Becky have both been bothering me incessantly about their booking, and the suits in Stamford are especially sensitive to ratings right now. But you'll figure it out.
All that GMs itself? Are you sure that's it?
Yes. Oh, wait. No. Charlotte needs an opponent for tonight. Actually, this is a good way for you to set the tone of how you'll be running Raw. Every match should tell a story, so you just need to decide which story you'd like to tell.
Such as?
Are you going to choose an up-and-comer like Nikita Lyons to challenge the Queen? Maybe someone she has a lot of history with like Rhea Ripley. Or maybe you want to dig into Charlotte's past a bit further. She goes way back with Natalya, including the feud that made Charlotte the first woman to hold all major singles titles in WWE. So, what kind of story do you want to tell? Who will you choose to take on Charlotte?
I may have history with Rhea Ripley, but that also means I know she's a formidable opponent. I'd like to see her face Charlotte.
Fantastic choice. Well, good luck to you. I have every confidence. And just a word of advice. Do try to be as neutral as possible as GM. You may find yourself rooting for the talent you put forth. Sometimes even as strongly as if you were in the ring yourself.
the captain helms the ship as temporary general manager. So far, that's promising.
Cap has made one match here, Cole. Let's not give her GM of the year just yet.
I agree, Corey. This is a good start, but let's see what else Cap has planned.
Getting set up for something in the corner. She's up on that top turnbuckle. From the top. Ripped off the ropes in a hurry.
Rhea Ripley has her opponent up for the electric chair. And, oh, devastating face buster.
She's got the shoulders down. And she fights it off.
She just will not go away. Oh, we know what's coming up next. Ripley's got her hook. Riptide. Charlotte is in trouble. 2 count.
And that's all she wrote.
Here is your winner, Rhea Ripley!
The Nightmare has toppled the Queen. A career-altering victory for Rhea Ripley.
An intense competition between these two dominant young women, that's for sure. And I imagine we'll have the pleasure of seeing them in battle again in the future. But tonight, Rhea Ripley is showing Charlotte Flair her brutality.
I'm not here to fight.
Really? That's too bad.
Can we chill long enough for you to listen to my idea?
And what's that?
Survivor Series. I know for a fact that not only has Raw not announced a main event, but Regal had nothing in the plans yet. So, let's take the bull by the horns and do something truly spectacular. War Games!
I can't just book a War Games match, Shotzi.
Why not? Are you GM in name only?
No, I mean, I love War Games as much as the next person, but it's not a match to be taken lightly. You need a reason. Something that merits putting two teams who want each other's throats inside a double ring cage to battle it out with abandon. Who'd even be the captains?
I captained my team in NXT, and I was excellent.
Ah, so this is the classic, my pitch is that I should be in a main event pitch, right? There are rules to booking.
Excuse me, but when did Little Miss TBD Rebel, who puts people through tables, become a lawful, good rule follower? Don't you ever just want to smash things for the hell of it anymore?
That's not the point. I'm taking my role as GM seriously, Shotzi. It's hot-shotting to just announce a War Games match.
You sound like a WWE suit. Let's screw the so-called rules. Put yourself in the match against me, and we can absolutely destroy each other in that cage. We pick teams, go all out, and millions of people tune in to watch the joyful carnage. The two of us are perfect for war games. You're the captain, and I already drive a tank to the ring, for crying out loud.
You know what, Shotzi? It might not be a terrible idea. Let me think on it.
That's all I'm asking for.
Well, if it isn't the new GM of Raw.
Lita! Hey! This is awkward, huh?
Don't worry about it. As far as I'm concerned, the past is in the past. I'm not here to attack you or get any revenge. At least not on you.
Then why are you here?
I love that even in your first outing as GM, you put your focus on a tried and tested rivalry. Maybe it even offered some closure to Charlotte and Rhea.
I doubt that.
Yeah, honestly, me too. But maybe it'll be different for me. I still feel like I have some loose ends from over the years to tie up with Trish.
You don't say.
Hey, at least we know we have a problem, and that's the first step. Can you book me in a match against her? It's just better if it comes from you.
Trish and Lita in a match on my Raw? It would be my pleasure.
If I could have a minute.
What is it, Troy? I honestly don't have time for your tone tonight. I'm trying to manage a show.
My tone? I would never use a tone with you. I think you're doing a great job. Top notch.
Ha ha, very funny. Oh, you're serious. I guess now that I'm the management, you have to suck up to me.
I'm not sucking up. I think your ideas are genius, boss.
Of course they are, Troy. I'm smart. Now what's up?
Becky and Bailey. They're being particularly difficult in hounding us to be named Bianca's next challenger at Survivor Series. I'm sure they snuck into your DMs too, but I'm used to superstars pestering us for opportunities. No offense. But this is getting out of hand. How do you want me to handle it?
Why don't we just have Becky and Bailey face each other for the title opportunity? It'll be a great match and solve our problem.
Great suggestion, boss. I'll set it up. Wow, you really know your stuff.
I could get used to this version of you, Troy.
This match is underway, and we have Lita as unorthodox and unpredictable as they come in the ring, Byron.
Lita loves that high-risk, high-reward style of offense. Loves to get going in the ring and just absolutely go off.
Yeah, well, we've seen firsthand how that high-risk style can be dangerous for both her opponents and herself. Let's see how things go here tonight.
And she's got one of the toughest opponents in the women's division in the form of WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus.
Stratus completely redefined what it meant to be a woman in sports entertainment, cementing her legacy not just in WWE, but the world over. I expect she'll be focused on protecting that legacy here tonight, which means you don't want to be standing in her way.
Ooh, she just turned it around.
Watch out!
Running bulldog. Oh, she's going for it. And that'll about do it, folks.
Here is your winner, Trish Stratus!
What a victory for Trish Stratus here tonight, cementing her legacy once again.
And once again, using her longtime rival Lita as a stepping stone. No disrespect to Trish, but you know she has to feel an added sense of superiority after winning this one.
Come to congratulate me on a successful show? I was just out back soaking in the success of the Trish and Lita match.
So you didn't see the #1 contender match with Becky and Bayley?
No, that match practically booked itself. Why? Who won? Who are we putting against Bianca at Survivor Series?
We have a problem. Damage Control ran in during the match, and at first it looked like maybe a straightforward DQ victory for Becky, but then she got irked and went after them. And technically the bell rang at some point, but with all the fighting that broke out outside the ring, nobody really won. And we still need a challenger for Bianca. If I may make a meager suggestion, Survivor Series is right around the corner. You may just have to step up as GM and make a decision.
No, we still have one Raw left before Survivor Series. Let's do a rematch. Becky versus Bayley to determine Bianca's challenger.
Do you really think the match will go any differently this time around?
I do. Because as much as it pains me to admit it, you're right about one thing. I need to step up as GM. So I'll be serving as special guest referee.
Manager, the captain, promises that we'll have a #1 contender. By the end of this match, will it be Becky Lynch or Bayley?
We'll know soon enough, and with Cap as special guest referee, it should be a fair contest.
We'll see, Saxton. Maybe the GM wants one over the other. It's nearly impossible not to pick a side.
You're such a cynic.
I'm a realist. Making the arm numb makes your opponent very vulnerable.
She's pushed into the corner. Caught with the elbow.
Double underhook.
The armbar. She's in a tremendous amount of...
She fights her way out of the armbar.
Uh-oh, forearm gonna cut off the wind. Guillotine. What was that? They weren't even near the ropes. Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextension. Uh-oh, forearm gonna cut off the win. Guillotine applied. The guillotine locked in. This is all.
That was an incredible counter. Oh, what a close. And here's a cover. And she kicks out.
Who does this ref think she's fooling with a slow count like that?
Let that serve as a reminder that you don't become a superstar because you're good at counting.
Slam with a pinfall attempt here from Becky Lynch.
Well, that was a close call.
Such a timely kick out.
Consistency with the cadence. You can't say she wasn't impartial.
Lands the elbow.
Big forearm. Look at this, going right after the left arm. Gotta hurt. Getting the upper hand by taking away your opponents.
Clubbing blow to the back.
Uh-oh. Watch out.
Right into the ring post. What impact. Kick to the stomach. Kick right to the body.
Lifts their opponent's legs.
And will this be it? Powering out at one.
Preposterous. Could this ref have counted any slower?
A complete lack of professionalism on the part of...
And now going after the ref? Suplex.
Launched. This is ridiculous. The referee was calling this thing completely down the middle, and now look at this.
Oh, we weren't in there, Cole. Maybe there was something we couldn't see on our monitors.
They are feeding off the WWE fans, now pinning the arm down, and...
Goodness gracious.
Can she do it here? Raises the shoulder before the 1 count.
And that was the kind of count you want to see.
No funny business with that count. She just got right down to business.
She's showing signs of slowing now.
That was a big-time onslaught from Lynch.
And down with the suplex.
And will this be it? Just after 2.
And wait a second. That was a quicker-than-average pin count.
Yeah, not so sure that count was completely by the book.
And that was offense with a hurtful purpose.
Hits back with a jawbreaker. Uh-oh.
Good timing with that reversal.
What a crossbody. Uh-oh.
Oh, and Becky fights back.
Double underhook. Sit out into the armbar. Oh, I think she's going to do it. I think
she fights her way out of the armbar.
Uh-oh, forearm going to cut off the win. Guillotine applied. You feel like...
Got to find a way out of the guillotine.
They're not going to last long while they're bridging out. Incredible.
Nice running crossbody.
If this works, it could change the course of the match.
Uh-oh. Oh, my God, what a move. Ooh, Becky just aggressively going after that arm.
Becky Lynch with a shot to the back, setting her up. Ooh, manhandle slam.
Becky makes the comeback an opportunity.
A shamelessly fast count there. That ball wasn't earned.
Here is your winner, Becky Lynch.
And the man stands victorious here tonight. You have to give credit to Bayley for giving it her all, but Becky Lynch is just too much.
Oh, props to Becky Lynch. When the man comes around to collect, someone's catching a beating. And that was too much for Bayley to endure.
Well, that was something.
Hey, you were the one who said I should put my finger on the scale.
Yeah, but I thought that "and don't get caught" part was implied. Guess not.
I wasn't actively trying to get caught.
Too bad you don't have the chance to course correct the championship match before Survivor Series.
But maybe I do.
How? Survivor Series is this weekend. You can't send Becky and Bayley back out there tonight for another rematch.
No, but there's another option. As someone said recently, I'm Miss TBD Rebel, not a lawful good rule follower. And Raw is a 3-hour show. There's an announcement I need to make.
All right, Miss TBD Rebel. Whatever you've got up your sleeve, good luck.
This is the second time we've seen the acting Raw general manager in the ring tonight, but this time she has a special announcement.
Here's hoping this goes more smoothly than her stint as special guest referee.
As GM, I'm not deaf to the concerns of the WWE Universe. Specifically, that my involvement in our #1 contender match earlier tonight may have made it look like management was biased towards Becky Lynch. I assure you, my intent as GM is simply to put on the best show for the WWE Universe. And that applies to not just Raw, but Survivor Series. As such, it is my duty to inform you that Bianca Belair will not be defending the Women's World Championship this weekend.
Bianca's being pulled from Survivor Series?
She will not be defending this weekend because it's clear Bayley and Becky Lynch are not done yet. I just hope they have allies to rally to their side. 8 fighters, 2 teams of 4. War Games!
War Games at Survivor Series? I'm not missing this one.
Well, we're paid to be there, Saxton.
I know, but it's still incredibly exciting.
I probably should be upset at you for putting another hurdle in front of my title match. But honestly, fair play.
Glad we're okay.
We are, and I respect your hustle. You've made a lot of bold choices since coming to WWE. It's one of the reasons I want you to be on my War Games team.
Really?
I like your instincts. Especially when you get in trouble and have to think quickly on your feet. Heck, I even trust your instincts. Team with me, and I'll let you pick the rest of the War Games team.
Let me think about it.
You really did it this time, didn't you, you dummy?
I think you'd be happy that you're getting another opportunity to earn the title match in War Games.
Should have just booked the War Games match from the start, honestly. Want to be on my team?
Why do you want me on your team?
I think it's pretty clear from your time as GM that you've been going into business for yourself here and just doing whatever you can to scrape by. And that's exactly what I look for in damage control. So what do you say? Join me, Dakota, and Io in the fight to secure my WWE Women's World Championship match?
I'll get back to you.
Hey, I've been looking for you. I thought we were gonna meet outside of catering.
Turns out I was pretty busy in here. Both Becky and Bailey want me to be on their War Games team.
You can't be serious. You loused this up so badly, and they both want you on their team?
What can I say? I'm a catch.
I swear there's something in the water around here that allows you to walk away from the consequences of your actions unscathed. I'm sure putting yourself into the main event while you're also acting GM will be no different.
Thanks for another great promoter lecture.
Look, I know you're gonna do it anyway. Who are you teaming with?
Becky said she'd let me pick the rest of the team. I'm joining her side.
Can't wait for you to get absolutely no flack for putting yourself into the match that you set up. Have you decided who else you'll ask to join you and Becky? Well, good luck. I'm sure it'll be interesting.
The following contest is the Women's War Games match! The rules of the match are as follows. 2 teams will be contained in separate cages, with 1 member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The first member to enter will come from the advantaged team. Once all competitors have entered, War Games officially begins! The match can be won by pinfall or submission. Exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. Now, let the War Games begin!
War Games is a match with no rival. 2 rings, 1 giant cage, and 8 superstars ready to risk it all for the big victory.
Not only is pride on the line here, Cole, but depending on which team wins, we're going to have either Becky Lynch or Bailey as the #1 contender to Bianca Belair's title.
That's true, but first things first, no one in this match should be looking past the goal of surviving War Games.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, from the top. DDT from the top rope.
Amazingly executed once more. Oh, shocking the kingdoms and a club. Torina's in crisis mode.
2. And a victory. What a win she picks up here tonight.
Here are your winners, the Superstar! Becky Lynch, Psycho Sally, and Trish Stratus!
Another spectacular War Games match ending in a big victory for this team.
I still cannot believe what we saw here tonight. A lot of back and forth in this match, but you can't deny that the best team won here tonight.
Becky Becky and the captain are still celebrating their epic War Games victory.
And why wouldn't they? You're now looking at the #1 contender for the Women's World Championship and the GM who put her in that position.
This will go a long way in shaping the future of the women's division on Raw.
Shotzi? Is that a full-size tank?
Oh my God, Shotzi came prepared. I guess she graduated into something larger.
She's not stopping.
This is gonna be bad.
I don't want to watch, but I can't take my eyes off what's about to happen.
Shotzi just picked up speed. She's gonna rail the cage. Into the side.
Down they go. This is bad.
I can't believe what just happened.
We need some help out here, fast.
Whatever her issue was, Shotzi took things way too far here tonight.
What the hell was Shotzi doing? I've had no problem with her.
Yeah, I may have something to do with that. Oops.
Oops. I'm gonna be out for months. Is that really all you have to say?
How about oops? I got carried away booking matches, but forgetting to manage people. At least that seems to be the case, based on what I've pieced together.
You're back.
I was having a splendid time communing with the blue-footed booby of the Galapagos. But then, I caught wind of a few questionable developments. We should talk.
I swear, I had it all under control.
I watched Shotzi crash a tank into the War Games cage.
Fair point.
And perhaps, even more egregiously, you announced War Games without me. That's my thing. I announce War Games.
I'm sorry?
Respectfully, you're fired from being Raw GM.
I accept.
It wasn't a question. All that being said, with our newly minted #1 contender injured, we still need a challenger for Bianca. You know, what you've consistently failed to nail down. I hate rewarding you for this mess. But I'm a much better GM than you are, so I'm going to make the right choice for the show. And unfortunately, there's someone who helped lead her team to victory who's rightfully next in line for the opportunity. You'll be getting the championship match against Bianca Belair on the next Raw.
Here we go with this so-called major announcement.
I'm afraid this is a good news, bad news kind of night. And I've always been a bad news first kind of girl. So here goes. With our fearless leader, William Regal returned, looking quite tan, might I add, the time has come for me to step down as your Raw General Manager.
I actually thought she did a great job, guys.
Are you kidding me, Byron?
At least it was exciting.
All right, so there may have been some mixed opinions on my stint as GM, but I'm sure that's only because we all know where I really belong, which is fighting in a WWE ring.
Not sure that's the only reason.
Which is why I'm pleased to announce, given Becky's unfortunate medical status, at the hands of someone who William Regal has assured me will be dealt with, the Real Suits have decided to name a new #1 contender for the Women's World Championship. Me!
Huge news for the Women's World title.
And that championship match is happening right now!
After all the confusion around Survivor Series, we're finally getting to see Bianca defend her championship.
So,
Bianca Belair, let's...
This woman just will not stop coming after the captain.
If her grievance was big enough to get her to take down the War Games cage in a tank, did you really expect her to let it go?
Hey there, friend.
Give it a rest, Shotzi. Haven't you done enough at this point?
I think what you meant to say is, thank you for making me #1 contender, Shotzi. Sorry you hurt your leg in that unfortunate tank incident.
Wait. How did you get hurt when you were driving the tank? Is this really all because I didn't give you proper credit for your terribly original idea of let's have a War Games match at Survivor Series?
And didn't even put me in the match. But no, this isn't an isolated incident. This, apparently, is just what you do. Playing in other people's sandboxes, stealing other people's ideas, and jumping every line. You may have William Regal fooled, but not me, and not the locker room.
Oh, I'm sure, Shotzi.
Cutting lines might work in TBD, but in WWE, there are consequences.
Bailey?
That's Bailey's music, but where is she?
Is Shotzi just playing mind games here? Bailey from behind.
Shotzi's found an ally who's not okay with being skipped over for a Women's World Championship match.
I don't blame her. It was supposed to be either Bailey or Becky. Cap weaseled in there.
Wait, we're getting a call from the back. This is an official match. Here we go. We thought it was all over at War Games, but Cap getting named #1 contender apparently upset certain members of the locker room.
Yeah, at least the ones who felt they were more deserving coming out of that War Games match.
Either way, Bianca Belair just got a night off, while two of her possible future opponents are going to tear each other apart. The Women's World Champion is the real winner here.
Dodged right on cue.
Oh, that's going to sting your back.
Right to the back.
Needed a midsection and a kick to the back.
Oh, a nasty stop to finish it off.
She's forced onto the defensive now.
Man, just a multitude of strikes.
Rights and lefts, elbows, knees, all of them lethal. Nothing was being held back with each of those strikes.
Offense.
If Bailey was looking for an opportunity to pull a 180, that could be it.
And a spinning. Shoulders down. Could she finally put this away?
An incredible victory for the captain here tonight.
She certainly solidified her position as the #1 contender.
Shotzi from behind with that crutch.
What the heck? She claimed she was injured.
She was just pulling all our legs, Cole.
Shotzi laying the boots in now.
Compared to the tank, this is nothing.
Finally, the referee getting control of the situation.
She's using the crutch on her throat. Shotzi wasn't done.
Russian leg sweep with the crutch.
At least Shotzi's made her point now, and we can finally get on to the business of the Women's World Championship next week.
I'm not so sure, Byron.
Neither am I. Based on what Shotzi said earlier, I doubt that this satisfied her desire for revenge. She's on a mission.
Does it look smaller?
Huh?
That's what kids always say when they come back home, right? They go off to the great wide world, come home, and everything looks small. Haven't seen you around here much lately.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe a little smaller? I was in the neighborhood. Figured I'd stop in to get a few reps in before my big match with Bianca.
Shotzi's not also in the neighborhood, is she? You know my insurance doesn't cover tanks.
I don't think you have to worry. Tanks don't get great gas mileage, so she probably won't come crashing through the wall. No promises, though.
And just when I was starting to feel nostalgic about you breaking things around here. How are you feeling after that crutch attack?
I'm fine. Can you believe Shotzi's still bitter you didn't book her in TBD? And now she's turning it into a whole thing about how I stole her so-called War Games idea.
In fairness, it's you who didn't want to book her.
What? Really?
I believe your words at the time were, "I'm not impressed."
That does sound like me. But I was probably just being flippant.
Being flippant without thinking that your actions could actually have consequences? Yeah, definitely you. Then, on purpose or not, Shotzi effectively brings you up to the big leagues, and instead of any sort of thanks, you steamroll right into a fantastical whirlwind tour of all things WWE.
Let's be fair. I didn't steamroll right away. And Shotzi brought me to Raw so she could make an example of me.
Maybe, but is that also why she pitched you the idea for a War Games match when you were GM? A match you thought was a good enough idea to book but then shut her out of?
I never said it was my idea. Besides, it wasn't a groundbreaking suggestion, and everything worked out.
Right, because I'm sure the WWE Universe saw the superstar GM announce the War Games match, put herself in it, and then thought, who else can I give credit to for setting up this awesome main event? It worked out for you. And now you get a championship match against Bianca Belair. Shotzi? Not so much.
Jeez, whose side are you on, Geneva?
You know whose side I'm on. That's why I gotta be straight with you, to make sure you get your head right so you can take that title from Bianca.
You know, after ignoring WWE for so long, becoming their champion is the only thing I can dream of.
This is a moment of destiny for a woman who spent years crisscrossing the world and honing her skills before finally arriving in the big leagues of WWE.
You can really feel the electricity in the arena, Michael.
Waiting on the champion here.
It's obvious Bianca's playing mind games with her opponent.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Shotzi's vendetta against the #1 contender continues.
And it looks like she's had about enough of it.
No, guys, it's not what you think. I have a seriously heartwarming announcement. Bianca Belair can't be here tonight.
This is the second time the #1 contenders match has been called off.
No, I told you, it's actually heartwarming. Bianca was wrapping up an appearance at a nearby community center before the show when suddenly, out of nowhere, 3 buses of adorable children from a local school showed up, excited to meet the Women's World Champion. And you know how Bianca is. She wouldn't leave until everyone got a picture and an autograph. How those buses showed up just in time to prevent Bianca from making it here for her championship match tonight, we may never know. But Bianca just couldn't leave those sweet children hanging. Are you seriously booing children? Wow, what a bloodthirsty bunch you all are. I did feel bad that you didn't have a match anymore tonight, though. Oh no, it's not me. I have the night off from in-ring action. just like at War Games. But these three women do not.
Oh my, the Cap has history with all these women.
And we're getting word from the truck that she'll be facing them in a fatal four-way.
I think she said to bring it on.
Easy to say, harder to survive. Shotzi's curated a formidable challenge for the #1 contender.
Honestly, I'm just impressed that Shotzi managed to curate this match with 3 busloads of children in the same day.
What? That was Shotzi?
For God's sakes, catch up, Byron. Nonetheless, this is going to be a huge fatal four-way contest here on Raw. Like you said, Corey, Kat definitely has a target on her back due to her history with these 3 other superstars.
I'm just wondering, after all these false starts, if Kat will ever make it to her title match with Bianca Belair.
I think that's Shotzi's exact goal, Saxton.
Ooh, treading all over their opponent. Every successive move is putting their opponent in a dicey situation. Liv got out of the way. Oh my goodness.
And these attacks are spelling nothing but keeping the match alive.
Oh, she's got the mid.
Arm wringer. Up and Asuka's in position. It's inevitable from here.
This could be the chance she was looking for. Big win in a fatal four-way.
Here is your winner, the Superstar!
What an incredible conclusion to this fatal four-way.
Getting the best of these 3 women was an incredible test of her abilities.
A test she passed with flying colors.
It was you, wasn't it? You're the reason I'm missing my championship match with Bianca. Again!
Oh, it's hardly my fault. Your car service was way too willing to accommodate your new itinerary. You know, they really should have some sort of security on that. Figured the least I could do was play hooky from Raw 2 so we could have a little chat.
You really want to do this here?
Fight in an airport lounge? Absolutely not. They'd never let me back in, and I love their little mini cupcakes too much. I just want what's mine.
What exactly is that, Shotzi? I can't go back in time and hire you at TBD. I can't go back and put you in War Games. Your obsession with me is unhealthy.
What's unhealthy is theft. And I'm not just talking about War Games. You may have gotten a free pass from Regal to waltz around WWE, ripping off other people's ideas, moves, and gear, but you didn't get a free pass from me. You're the #1 contender. That should be me. Put it on the line in a match. Win or lose, we are done after that.
If it means never having to deal with your BS again, fine, you're on. But only because there's no way I lose.
Shotzi has had it out for her. Now they finally meet again to settle their issues.
This goes back even further to the independent scene. It's a long-standing grudge that transitioned to WWE and then was punctuated with a tank attack.
It seems like a Falls Count Anywhere match is a perfect way for these two to wrap up their long-time battle. And a spinning.
This could do it!
After years of antagonism, Cap has finally put Shotzi behind her. What a win.
I don't think Shotzi got the memo, Saxton. She's not going to take this insult lying down.
Spear out of nowhere from Bianca Belair.
The Women's World Champion just obliterated Shotzi.
Looks like Bianca's just as tired of Shotzi's shenanigans as anyone.
And now the champion and the #1 contender are facing off.
We may not have to wait for a match. This could jump off right here.
It's finally happening. The #1 contender and the Women's World Champion will finally go one-on-one.
It's about darn time.
This is going to be an epic clash for that championship, and I can't wait to see it.
Thanks for having my back out there.
I was annoyed. Honestly, I think the whole WWE universe was.
So, guess this means we're finally gonna get our match, huh?
You're pretty excited for someone who's about to get handled.
I see how it is. Well, you just go ahead and underestimate me, champ.
Oh, I don't underestimate you at all. I've seen your stuff on the indies. I know you can go, but so can I.
You've watched my indie matches? I didn't know you'd be into that.
What? Just because I started wrestling at WWE and never had an independent run doesn't mean I can't appreciate what you did there. I mean, that dive off the balcony against La Congregita Loca? Wild. Self-destructive and probably ill-advised, but wild.
Man, if you had ever been a free agent when I was in TBD, I would have gladly jumped off a balcony against you too.
That sounds like a blast. Except I'm the one who would have been doing the jumping. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy with how it came up, but I do sometimes wonder what an indie career would have been like for me. It sounds like an adventure.
Huh.
What?
Just gets me thinking about our match.
About whether I'm going to pin or submit you?
No, well, not exactly. Someone recently pointed out that I was lucky enough to experience a fantastical whirlwind tour when I got to WWE. I got to have the adventure. I'm wondering if I should pay it forward.
What do you have in mind?
You're confident you're gonna beat me anyway, right?
Anytime, any place.
I was really hoping you'd say that.
You want to do what?
It's just gonna be 2 matches.
Best of 3 series. So yeah, it might go 2, if Bianca really has no fight in her.
It'll probably go 2. That's as many as I need.
It's not the best of 3 series that gives me pause. It's the locales. It is the usual custom to defend the WWE Women's World Championship on WWE TV.
Sure, we could do that if we want to stick with what's comfortable. Or, get this, we fight for the Women's World Championship in the coolest indie arenas around.
Japan? Mexico? We could even go back to your old stomping grounds in the UK. Honestly, sounds like a great way to push that grassroots international exposure you business types are always talking about.
And you know what else it sounds like?
Oh, I'm positive you'll tell me.
It sounds like a big swing. It sounds like taking advantage of every opportunity on the table. And it sounds like doing something different without being afraid to fail.
I know what you're getting at, and I'm not sure I like you turning my words back on me.
I'm sorry to interject, but this is ridiculous. It's unheard of. Allowing a WWE champion to defend at these underground indie shows? Untelevised? What about the advertisers?
Advertisers? Really?
I'm afraid Troy makes an excellent point. Marketing will hate this.
See?
Fortunately, this is not a marketing company. This is a professional wrestling company. A professional wrestling company that's going to take a swing, and whose general manager cannot wait to get on the road. The only question is, where to first?
Don't look at me. This is your world. I'm just the adventuring tourist who gets to hit you, wherever you so choose.
It may be my world, but I say we make it your world to start. What if we go back to your old territory? Match 1 at Club UK.
God save the king.
Dear, dear, dear. That cannot have gone as you'd hoped.
No. Everything went exactly according to my plan of getting hit in the face a bunch.
Are you regretting giving Bianca the invitation into the Indies?
Not at all. I missed the intimacy of a smaller show, the interaction with the fans. Just didn't expect Bianca to pull the same energy from the crowd quite as easily as she did.
Bianca got very comfortable very quickly.
If she had come up in the Indies, I would have wanted her for TBD. But that's not gonna stop me from beating her at our next stop.
Which raises the question, where to next on this great tour of the world?
Bianca played a little fast and loose with the rules out there. So at our next stop, let's lay down the law.
I'm sorry?
Law! LAW, the Los Angeles Wrestling Promotion? It was a pun.
And those are seconds of my life I shall never recover. The City of Angels it is. Ladies, it appears that you two will be going to a final match.
Fitting, really. Winning that championship will be even sweeter after going the full series.
Don't get cocky. No way you beating me twice in a row.
Before you two launch into a witty repartee, I have an update. I've just spoken to the suits in Stamford. They have thoughts.
Well, that's never good.
Word of your genuinely marvelous matches has spread, and so has the buzz. They were insistent that the next match will be on WWE television.
They want us to do the match on Raw? You promised us we could see this through in indie arenas.
Indeed I did, so I reached an agreement. We will be producing a portion of next week's Raw live from the location of your final match.
Oh, wow. Listen, I know this is a stretch, but how would you both feel about having the match at
TBD? Yes, a surprising and unexpected suggestion from you. Which is why I have already given instructions for the road crew to meet us there.
Wow, it's gonna be super embarrassing to lose on your home turf, but I, for one, am here for it. One idea, though.
What's that?
With everything I know about TBD, and since it's the final match, kinda seems like it should be no DQ, right?
Bianca Belair? You have no idea what you just asked for. Deal. Geneva is gonna freak. Wow.
I'll second that wow. And raise you a hot damn.
They really got to work in here, didn't they? Can you believe it?
After the hectic morning I've had with the crew to get this set up, I can. Had to yell at some guy named Troy a lot. He kept wanting to cover up the TBD signage with Raw logos entirely.
Sounds like Troy. I'm really glad that I could do this for you, Geneva. For us. Did you ever imagine that we'd be here?
Honestly, you main eventing a TBD show feels pretty familiar to me. This one just has more logos.
You know what I mean? This is different. Later tonight, I'm gonna win the WWE Women's World Championship in the house we built.
Living the dream. Hey, you get ready. I've got some contracts to look at.
Same as always. But seriously, don't get too caught up in paperwork that you forget to enjoy yourself tonight. This is big. Big, big.
I know. It is. And I won't. But I also know you'll enjoy this enough for the both of us. Good luck out there.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Women's World Championship. Introducing the challenger from Los Angeles, California, the Superstar! And her opponent from Knoxville, Tennessee, the WWE Women's World Champion, Bianca Belair!
This is what these competitors have worked so hard for. The Women's World Championship in the balance.
It's the main event of WWE at TBD. The title is at stake as TBD Original Cap takes on Bianca Belair in a rubber match for the Women's World Championship.
A WWE title defended all over the world, and now at a U.S. indie promotion? I never would have believed it.
Well, believe that despite the feel-good story, Cap has a huge challenge ahead of her to walk away champion here tonight.
Neckbreaker! Driving the knee right to the ribs.
Whack! This is turning into Swanson Street. These are dangerous attacks on their own, but now the damage is exponentially multiplying. And you can tell there are cruel intentions in mind right now.
Uh-oh, clearing off the announce table.
This is about to go from bad to worse. This is not going to be pretty.
I don't want to see this happen.
No, turn out the lights. The party's over.
Everyone get out of the way. These two are abandoning all restraints.
And Belair is being broken down.
Bianca here in a disheartening position.
Oh, no. She's got the worst of intentions, and we are about to see just how bad.
Ooh.
This is...
How do you survive? To the table.
Just look at this scene. Absolute carnage.
This match has gotten out of control, and I don't know if it was worth it.
Yeah, well, this sanguineous WWE Universe loved it, Saxton. Make of that what you whip from the top.
Diving foot stomp to the chest.
The champ's shoulders are down. And just like that, this journey for the woman they call the Captain reaches a conclusion with a victory over Bianca Belair.
Hey, this is no 70,000-seat stadium, but on this night, in this small theater, this audience feels like WrestleMania.
Well, there's nothing like WrestleMania, but I think it means a little bit more to this superstar that her first championship win happened here.
A full circle moment, Corey. This woman has followed along in a winding road that brought her back to her beginning.
What's next for this superstar? This WWE champion? The sky's the limit.
What's Becky Lynch doing here? Becky was the #1 contender until she got injured after War Games.
Becky's not moving like she's injured now. What does she want?
What do you think, Saxton?
No, 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 no. Not in my ring.
TBD promoter Geneva Rose is not having it.
I get she's ride or die with our new champion, but what's she gonna do to stop Becky Lynch?
You got WWE problems. Go settle them on WWE time. Because believe me when I say, if anyone tries to interrupt my best friend's hard-won moment, it's gonna be me.
No, they've been friends for years.
Don't trust anybody.
This is an assault.
This is karma, Saxton. You can only step on so many people before you pay the piper.
And she's paying now, but for what?
Thanks for coming home, Cap. It was so generous for you to put this show together for me. I know you think I'm slumming it around here, but you forget that I'm proud of what we built together. And I know you're used to taking the credit for everything. So I thought it was important for me to make an appearance tonight, to set the record straight. You'd be nothing without me. Let me be clear. I am not just some best friend side character in your hero's journey. What do you think I've been doing since you left? Sitting around and just following your career with rapt attention? You moved on. I didn't. And I've been putting everything I have into growing TBD. So, when Becky approached me, I was more than happy to help turn your moment into my moment.
You can feel the bitterness from Geneva Rose, the jealousy.
Recognize this? The contract we wrote in the diner when we first started TBD. Yeah, I had it framed. Thought it was a nice touch. Especially now. Because according to this legally binding document, you're still signed exclusively to TBD. You can't work anywhere else. You can't be champion anywhere else. And you belong to me.
But she's a WWE superstar.
Not according to Geneva Rose.
See you next week, Cap. Don't be late.
Well, that didn't go quite like I thought it would.
No, it did not. What are we gonna do?
So some bad news about that. Geneva sent a photo of the TBD contract to legal, and the napkin checks out.
But it's on a napkin!
A legally binding napkin. You're still signed to TBD. And as long as that's the case, you can neither be WWE Women's World Champion nor a WWE superstar.
You're not serious?
Unfortunately, I am. The title will revert back to Bianca. Although now that she's healed, Becky will have an opportunity next week.
There's gotta be something we can do to fight this!
I wish there was, but my hands are tied. Good luck out there. It's been something.
In a heartbeat.
And it's supposed to make me feel bad?
Think so? Is it working?
stop it! I don't want to hear it. For someone who cares so much about taking care of the business, you're not taking care of your own right now. And you haven't been blameless in this? Seriously, stop acting like children. Figure this out.
Not so easy without someone to prop you up. You never would have gotten anywhere without me.
If you wanted me back here so bad, why the hell did you push me away to WWE? I didn't think you'd succeed.
This is really all because you got jealous of my success? You were jealous of me?
I was never jealous of you! I was jealous you brought more of yourself to WWE than you ever brought to me!
Do you feel any better now? That you forced me back here? Ugh.
No. And I hurt like hell.
Ugh, same.
Now that makes me feel better.
You were the one who always wanted me to try new things. Push myself harder, level up. Aren't you happy that I finally started taking real chances?
I am. I would have been happier if you'd done it sooner.
Maybe I wasn't ready yet.
Maybe I wasn't able to push you far enough.
But you did all of this, Geneva. You were the one who pushed me to the tryout, who pushed me to accept Regal's offer.
I just didn't realize what I was giving up. Who I was giving up.
You never gave me up. Besides, I'm here now, aren't I?
Nah. You're fired.
What?
We're getting you back to where you belong.
It's not going to be easy to get you back to WWE.
I'll do whatever it takes. Extra work, another tryout, even a sincere social media plea.
I'm totally kidding. Regal's been calling me every day trying to get me to release you from your contract. And I happen to know from him that Becky needs a challenger for the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania.
I hate you right now.
Love you too. Listen, since I'm more or less the reason you're in this position in the first place.
More or less?
Okay, entirely the reason you're in this position in the first place, okay? I'll handle all the arrangements and annoying contractual paperwork stuff for your once-in-a-lifetime surprise mystery opponent return at WrestleMania.
Wow, this is gonna be huge. Thank you. You should, put the contract on a napkin.
Maybe I will. You've had a number of personalities in your WWE career. What you need to decide now is how you want to return at WrestleMania.
I know it's just a t-shirt, but I want to wear the TBD shirt from my debut on Raw. It means a lot to me and represents an important part of my history.
Oh, you know I don't mind that choice. A great callback, Cap. If you're sure.
I'm positive. TBD forever, Geneva. And this time, I want you by my side.
By your side? What are you talking about?
Come with me to WWE. It's clear you can still go in the ring, or they can definitely use you backstage. You could run circles around Troy.
Oh, Cap. You know I'd love to. But I can't.
We both know Regal will sign you.
It's not about Regal. TBD's been growing since you left, and the co-branded WWE show pushed us even further. I belong here, promoting the next generation of wrestlers. I've got to go my own way. You go yours.
This feels worse than before. More final.
Hey, sometimes you've got to have an ending to have a new beginning, right? But that doesn't mean I won't be at WrestleMania. I'll just be in the crowd, cheering my lungs out.
Kayla Braxton here, just hours from the official start of WrestleMania with Women's World Champion Becky Lynch, who still doesn't know the identity of her mystery opponent tonight. Becky, are you at all worried that not being able to prepare for a specific opponent will leave you at a disadvantage tonight?
I know a thing or two about disadvantages, Kayla. But what I know about disadvantages are overcoming and rising above them. Case in point. After my injury at War Games, I came back better than before. Dispensed of the person responsible for that injury so hard that she had to leave WWE. And then made quick work of Bianca Belair and the Women's World Championship. I may not know who my opponent is tonight, but I know this. I'm walking out of WrestleMania WWE Women's World Champion.
The mystery opponent is Cap.
Look at the glare from the champion. Becky Lynch is ready to start throwing hands.
And she has every right to. Trying to sabotage the man's WrestleMania moment by bringing Cap back at the last second deserves a punch in the mouth.
Cap is not just facing Becky Lynch tonight. She's standing eye to eye with destiny.
Introducing the challenger from Los Angeles, California, the Superstar! And her opponent from Dublin, Ireland, the WWE Women's World Champion, Becky Lynch!
The referee letting our competitors take one final look at what this match will be all about. The decorated Women's World Championship. Cap's journey to WrestleMania saw her claw her way from the Indies to the top, only to be hurled back down again. But now, on the heels of this surprise appearance, she's here on the grandest stage of them all.
Somehow it seems that each obstacle Cap has faced on the road to the showcase of the Immortals has made her stronger.
I may not have always been Cap's biggest fan, but I respect what she's got.
Oh, look out! What a forearm smash!
Beautiful elbows.
And a spinning back kick, too. Here's the pin, title on the line! Here we go!
No, she kicks out. Both competitors digging deep into their well to keep this match going.
Kick to the gut. Here's the setup. Powerbomb!
She's got an answer for that. A wrench in the arm.
Down into a choke slam.
The title's in jeopardy here.
I think the paradigm has shifted. Kick out. I thought it was finished off for sure.
That was a matter of a fraction of a second.
The heaviest artillery has been used, but it's not enough for the three.
And a stop to the gut, too. She's going up.
Top rope here.
Launching.
Diving foot stomp.
Brutal.
Oh, my God, to the spine.
That'll make your legs go numb.
Knee strike to the back.
Boom.
Here's a combo of strikes.
Knee right to the face. A wrench in the arm.
Down into a choke slam.
The champ's eyes look glazed over.
There's two.
We have a new champion.
The Cap has made a definitive statement by returning to WWE and becoming the Women's World Champion at WrestleMania.
What a return. I can't wait to see the next chapter.
If her first outing is any indication, the sky's the limit for this superstar, who's proven she's ready to not only put her body, but her whole heart on the line when it comes to this business.
I'd love to see you get nostalgic, Byron, thinking about the past.
I'm thinking about the future. What personalities will she bring? What epic battles will she fight?
What will she unleash upon the WWE Universe?
I guess we'll find out. Soak it in, Cap. You deserve this moment. For Byron Saxton and Corey Graves, I'm Michael Cole. This is your new champion, and this is WrestleMania.